Kevin, disappointing defeat this afternoon. How do you rate that performance?
In spells, I thought we were all right. I think 3-0 flattered Braves slightly, although I don't think we've done enough to win the game. Never created enough opportunities, and all goals are avoidable. I feel that we're saying the same stuff all the time. But if you give good teams opportunities, or gift good teams opportunities, 9 times out of 10 they take them, and that's what happened.
And that was one of the things that you brought up with Dan last week after the game against Gretna, was just trying to be a little bit better on the ball, looking back to the sort of defeat at Sheffield 3 weeks ago. How disappointing is it that sort of has reared its head again?
Well, I think if you take all the Cali Braves games this season, we conceded 11 in the 3 games now. I'd probably say we've gifted 7 or 8. It's the numbers are so high when we're in possession and we give it away and get punished for it. We just need to be so much better on the ball and be braver. We spoke about that at half time. I don't think guys were brave enough to get in the ball, and we were very reluctant to go forward and try and take the game to Braves. And then, like I say, when you concede possession like we did, and certainly got punished twice for it, particularly first 2 goals. But at 1-0, I thought that was probably our best spell, where we looked like we were on the front foot a wee bit, and we were creating a bit of problems, and we were working good spaces. And then we slit our own throat again.
Absolutely. And you mentioned that sort of after that response to that first goal being a really strong period for us. How do you think the team as a whole, what sort of changes were made to try and capitalise on that or get back?
We changed shape after 20 minutes into the game. That's a problem on me, or that's an issue on me. We started the game not knowing how Braves were going to play. They've changed their shapes 3 or 4 times in the last 3 or 4 weeks, so we're pretty much guessing how they're going to play. We left ourselves slightly exposed. We changed that in game, and then we looked a lot more comfortable. Kind of after that 15-20 minute spell. From that 15-20 minute spell up until we conceded the second goal, nothing in the game at all, other than just us not creating enough.
Obviously, with injuries and some absences today, some players like Callum coming in as well. How do you think they performed, guys who maybe haven't played as much?
So Callum and Sparky, they come into the team last week, and both were fine. Both have done fine again this week. Defensively wasn't the issue, I don't think. I think it was in possession that where we hurt ourselves today. That I don't think there's many teams that have actually cut us open. I think we're a huge master of our own downfall a lot of the time, and again, that's what's happened today.
And it's obviously, this is the first of 3 very difficult away games in a row, and Bo'ness next weekend, Civil 10 days time. How do you prepare for those 2 games?
Every game's hard. There's no easy games in this league. Every game's hard. We've got to respect each of these opponents on their own merit. Bo'ness are a good side. They have good days, they have bad days like anybody else in this league. So you're hoping that you catch them on a bad day and we have a good day. And Civil Service are very well organised, and you have to be good in possession. You have to be able to break them down, because their defensive unit has been a standout in the last few seasons in this league. So there's different types of opposition, different challenges that you face every single week, and none are the same really.